This is an INEOS Grenadier, our first one at John Cleese Car Audio, and today we've installed a front and rear dash cam. Welcome back to John Cleese Car Audio. We've got this rather cool and rare beast in, which I'm guessing are going to become more and more popular once people realise just how cool this vehicle is. But it's coming to us because the customer wants a front and rear dash cam to protect himself against unwanted claims against him on an impact on the vehicle, on the road as he's driving, and also the dash cam to record whilst parked up for protection, just in case someone does a hit and run on it. Now I'll go into details on the camera shortly, but let's show you what the cameras actually look like in this vehicle, because aesthetics is important, even on vehicles like agricultural ones like this. So I'm going to open up the rear doors, and we're going to show you the rear camera first. Rear dash cam is mounted at the top of the rear window just here, which is in the wiper swept section. As you can see, you wouldn't want it on the left hand side because the wiper doesn't clear that area. So what you don't want is a camera looking out of a section that isn't clean, because if it rains, the rear camera isn't going to do a lot, and if it's dirty, it's still not going to see much. The lead then runs all behind the factory plastics through the factory convoluted tubing underneath, meaning there's no cables on show behind here or anywhere down the front of the vehicle. Very seamless, tidy installation. Now this is going to give the customer a good view behind, all the way back here. Obviously you can imagine you've got a spare wheel, so unfortunately it's not going to see underneath here, but if someone's hitting you from the back, they're not going to be approaching from nowhere, they're going to come from behind and hit you. So it gives you a good view from the rear window. Now let's go into the inside and I'll show you the front dash cam. This is a Thinkware U3000, and this is probably the best camera available right now as of January 2024. It's this outstanding camera. We've got 4K resolution on the front, we've got 2K resolution on the rear, both at 30 frame rates a second for you technical people out there. This camera can record whilst driving in its immensely good HDR format, but you can also have it record whilst parked up. So when the key's not in it, you've locked it up, this camera will actually carry on recording. Now this INEOS Grenadier comes with a factory leisure battery in the back of the car, which is obviously going to be running the 240 volt main supplies and other stuff this car has. We've actually wired the dash cam to that to give the customer a really good lengthy amount of recording time whilst parked up. Nice little feature, because a lot of these cameras you can actually add a dash cam battery to record whilst parked up in more normal vehicles, hybrids, electric cars, but this car didn't need it because it had a leisure battery. Now I'm going to turn it on. It's going to speak to me to say it's on. You'll hear that shortly in a second. It's quite a nice position. There you go, please have a safe journey. Thank you, Thinkware. Camera is mounted up here behind, sort of behind the rear view mirror area. It's more centralised, so it gives you a great symmetrical view of the front end, but at the same time, from the driver's seat, you don't see most of the body. You see a little bit at the bottom. You can see the buttons which you want access to, because some of these buttons are quite useful when you're driving on a Thinkware. You've got a really handy record button on the left called manual recording mode. Now what that does is, these cameras will always be recording when you're driving on a continuous loop and then overwrite, but you may have something happen in front of you that's not necessarily a crash, but something you really want to save. Now if you push the manual record button, which is easily situated there, it will actually record 10 seconds after you press the button, but also 10 seconds before you pressed it, and save that footage where it won't get overwritten the following day or an hour later. So that's very handy. You've also got the microphone button, so if you don't want obviously your voice is recorded in the car, you can easily touch a button without having to connect to an app or take the SD card out. You can turn voice recording off and on. Extremely easy to use. Parking mode's great on this. As soon as it's got something called radar technology, so when the vehicle is parked up, as soon as someone walks in front within, depending on how you set it, say roughly 3 meters, 2 to 3 meters from the front or the back, because the radar's in the back as well, it will actually wake up, so it will record 10 seconds before an impact, because they've caught the motion coming into the vehicle, and 10 seconds after. And if you really are quite savvy with this system, you can even connect it to your home Wi-Fi network at home, or your office Wi-Fi, or even a mobile hotspot. And if you're away from the vehicle and your car gets hit, you can actually notify your phone via an in-app notification. Really clever stuff. We can help you set that up at John Cleese Car Audio. We obviously run you through all the features on this camera on a handover anyway. But can't really explain more about a dash cam apart from they are unfortunately a necessity nowadays in the world of bad drivers and crash scams and the like. So we install a lot of these, and we always pride ourselves in either fitting the best brand, which in our opinion is Thinkware, and the highest quality of installation, which we do carry out here at John Cleese. Now, there's not much else I can say about a dash cam. That is it. But this is an INEOS Grenadier. This is John Cleese car audio, finishing the YouTube video. Connor in front, Max behind. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.